नगना नुम सलेना महामेर से हदिन हद हदुना हित निबना सत्कारे रदिन रद बेदना दय नगना विश्वासे पेलिन पेल एक्वी हित दकिना लक्मा वगे
Commercial Bank, the nation's bank, contributing towards the progress of the country and our success, no matter where we are and what we do.
Amazing data offers for online learning and online working. 30 GB for just 195 and 100 GB for rupees 490. Work from home and homeschooling made easy with Sri Lanka's best internet connection. SLT Mobitel.
I'm in control. I'm in control. I'm in control.
Keeping up with fun that grows, tagging our friends for more and more.
In control of my life with the God that gave me on the go.
In the rhythm that sets my goals, gets me grooving in control. Yeah, I'm in control. I'm in control. .com teen account from Commercial Bank.
My life, my style.
.com I'm in control.
I'm in control.
More speed, more data. Sri Lanka's super fast internet. SLT Fiber offers more data for every fiber connection. Stay connected with SLT Fiber. Only from the best. SLT Mobitel.
Hansika, you can start.
A very good evening to you all, ladies and gentlemen. You are witnessing the grand finale of the university category of Hackbit 2020, the virtual national hackathon. The inter-school and university hackathon organized by the STEMUp Educational Foundation, powered by Sri Lanka Telecom Mobitel and the Commercial Bank of Sri Lanka. The first edition of Hackbit 2020 was held in 2018 as Hackbit 2018, organized by the Microbit Slug, the child organization of STEMUp Educational Foundation. Today morning, representing our schools island-wide, we had Team Nixo from Anand College, Colombo 10, Team Detect Innovate from Sahira College, Colombo, Team Creatives Plus from Udubadda Vanisala Nanasala, Tech Army from Central College, Kuliapitiya, and Crop Protector from President's College, Ambedipitiya. And now, witnessing the university category of Hackbit 2020, ladies and gentlemen, we have 5 different teams from universities island-wide. Team Akuru from NSBM Green University, Team Aquazib from University of Moratua, Epileps from Sri Lanka Institute of Information and Technology, Team EBIT from Trincomalee campus of Eastern University of Sri Lanka, and finally, CUCA, University of Moratua. Joining us today at the panel of judges for the university category, we have Mr. Duminder Prasad, the head of Cloud and Data Creative Software, Mr. Ranjan Kudatunga, Senior Design Engineer, Embedded System from Zone 24/7, and Mr. Hansa Pereira, Assistant Vice President and Assistant Vice President Digital Innovation, SoftLogic Live, and Mr. Ravin Taringathiyasiri, the DGM and SMA Product Development from Sri Lanka Telecom Mobitel. Starting off the university category of Hackbit 2020, the virtual national hackathon, we first have Akuru from NSBM Green University.
Before start the proceedings, I would like to break out my entire speech into four categories. First, I will explain the basic introduction of the Akuru using PowerPoint slides. Second, I will demonstrate usability testing that I have completed with a video, 1-minute video. Then I will go through a live demonstration about the application, and finally I am open for any questions and answers. Akuru is started in 2000 in late August in 2019 as a university project, but it's happy to say when today Akuru is built up beyond the scope, and today it's ready for go for the market, and it's Akuru came to the Akuru is become a brand. So what's the problem that I'm addressing here? In Sri Lanka, there are 4.6 million children, according to the Child Activity Survey 2016, and 70% of their parents employed in full-time or part-time basis, which cause child loneliness, and child loneliness will be caused to the depression and similar diseases and stuff. So child have to wait in home, and they don't have to method to learn on their own. So if we have some method to learn on their own, and with if we can give such some interaction, it will be worth. So what we are going to introduce is method to learn on their own by various hands-on strategies, like listening to, we are mainly using 3 methods, listening, drawing, and playing with some 3D characters. So our solution is unique subscription box, which delivers into your doorsteps each and every month. The subscription box will be contains augmented reality book plus some chocolates and toys or some mystery items. Each month the mystery item will be changed. The main point is uniqueness is the augmented reality book. So in here, as the shown in the picture, we have mobile application developed. Using the mobile application, children can scan color after the coloring image. Children can scan that image, so the 3D augmented model will be pop up, and so children can interact with the 3D model, and there are much interaction than the normal regular coloring book. So that's our key point. So our uniqueness is each and every month child will get a new book. So let's assume in January, if he get a book about fruits, in February he will get a book about musical instruments. There is a much variety there. So that's why we call it there's a children can learn lots of things from this. In the other hand, the toys and chocolates and the mystery item will be also changed monthly according to the child preference. So how we will collect children's preference? In initial month, we are going to distribute some fixed model, but over the time we're going to collect feedback from their parents and change our mystery items according to their preference. So what we are using, Unity 3D, 3DX Max for 3D modeling, C#, and all those things built on top of .NET platform. So our competitors, there are no direct competitors in Sri Lanka. There are somewhat similar competitor called Harpat, developed by Basha, by Danita Ayya. But our two business models are completely different. We have subscription box business model, but something like the app is paid app. So our app is not paid app, it's completely free. So there are much difference between us. There are no competition between us. We have done market research. It's grateful to say that more than 60% of parents are agreed to give mobile phones to children more than 1 hour per day. I mean, around 1 hour per day. Some people agreed to give 1 to 3 hours per day as well. And we have got really good comments as well. You can see here people's ideas and stuff. In the market research, we had 105 responses. So I guess this is a good one. As I said, our business model is subscription box business model. We have three categories. We'll look at the cost estimation. The mobile app will be free. It will be available on Play Store, and future it will be available in Apple iStore or something. The augmented reality book will be 80 rupees. I'm declaring all the fees, not the market price. They are the initial price. All these items will be sold by keeping 20% profit margin. So augmented reality book will be 80 LKR, will be 100 LKR. Normal edition will be 500 rupees. Standard edition will be 1000 rupees, and the other one will be 5000 rupees in the market. They are just development and initial prices without profit margin. Mystery item will be changed, depends on the package. So I have to forget packages, normal and standard and VIP edition. So let's move on to the next. We have huge social impact. Actually, we are currently writing a research paper as well for prove this is much interaction than the conventional way, and children can get lot out from this method. So there are various things: handwriting, hand-eye coordination, relaxation, and focus, and so on and so forth will be improved when children using this method. Our milestone, we started to develop this in late November, and we applied for Imagine Cup Asia semifinals, but unfortunately we are not selected. There are no teams from Sri Lanka the last year. We hope to apply the Imagine Cup this year as well. We applied for Jumpstart, which is organized by Rotract. We came to the fourth place, competing with more than 40 startups. At the Mora Ventures, we came to the final league, and we were planned to initially put this into the market on 2020 December, but with the current situation, it might be vary. But this is our initial plan when we begin the 2020. So this can be varied due to the COVID situation, but yes, this is our plan. We have 3 team members. Indrajit Teknak, it's me, Sanjala, Ajini, and we found a great mentor from Hackbit, Nishan Aya. So with his mentorship, we came to this far, and it's proud to say that. This is our business model canvas, and before concluding, this is our business model canvas. I'm not going to tell all this stuff. The key points are: we are keeping 20% profit margin. Let me move on to the live demo.
A few inches later.
piano. Oh, 3D. One other phone කරගන්න පුළුවන් මේ piano එකේ ඕන පැත්තක් බලන්න පුළුවන්.
Right. Time for the Q&A. Judges, please raise your questions.
So hi, I'm Ranjit. So how we are going to evaluate the students on this app?
Hello, sir. I'm Indrajit. Good afternoon, all. So there is a small lag in my side.
Are you going to make a profile for them and are you going to manage the database?
Yes, actually, currently our database will download with the application, but hopefully in the future we would like we are planning to use a cloud database to store our 3D models and load whenever it's necessary. So I think I have answered.
Okay, and I saw some example like this using augmented reality. There are so many apps I saw in the web, and as you mentioned, in Sri Lanka, also some of teams have done these projects. And what is the uniqueness of your app? I mean,
Yes, the main uniqueness is not in the yes. The main uniqueness not in the applications. The main uniqueness is in our business model. So the app generates into our business and so the both will mutually exclusive from each other. I mean the app uniqueness of the application is our business model, and business the uniqueness of our business model is like the unique app that we have. So in terms of application side, yes, we have. I mean, we have used some augmented reality technologies, Unity, and game development environments. Likewise, apart from that, I mean, the main. I mean, like I don't mean that some person can develop the same application and put into the market. But yes, the first, I mean, like if you take the story like Facebook, they are the person who firstly introduced that concept, right? So after that, even though we are developed an application like Facebook, we can't, I mean, we can't market ourselves, like, because Facebook is already existing in our market. So this is a new market, so we are going to cap that market first before the others.
okay, thank you.
Hello, Indrajit. Yep. So, Indrajit, so you have already identified your market, right? So, how you define your market, and how you are going to approach that? How you have planned it?
Yes. So we have our target market, and I mean, the target market will be the parents, but the target audience will be the children. So initially, as I have mentioned, according to the Child Activity Survey 2016, there are 4.6 million children in Sri Lanka. I mean, children in the sense age between 11 to 15. So we are going to cap that market, and I mean, whenever they are growing old, we are going to, I mean, expand ourselves. We can this application have huge scope. I mean, for example, when they come into their O levels, we can make some application for their practicals. I mean, practicals in their syllabus books. So likewise, so I mean, initially we are going to cap the children's market, and we are going to grow. That's the plan.
Okay, so you are going to mainly tap the market. I mean, that market will be the parents, right? You are focusing on the parents, those who have
Yes.
the children in age group, what you have defined.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's all, or you have thinking different way as well? Any other way to tap the market?
I mean, the initial market tap will be that. I mean, first we are going to catch the children, and in future, I mean, we are currently planning on some economic lectures at NSBM. She called Madam Gayanika. He agreed us to. I mean, she's writing a book for economic students, and there are some highly advanced. I mean, we can't directly understand that plot by looking at a single time. I mean,
Right.
I mean, there are few steps. So with the use of augmented reality, we are going to, I mean, we are by creating an application, we are going to overcome that. So likewise, we are going to grow, but the initial step is this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, this is Hansa. I have two questions
Hello.
along the line with the winter. So my first question is this, you said you are providing or you are sending some books every month. So is it kind of personalized? Let's say like I started this month, and then so I'm going on and buying the subscription and then getting those books. Say there is another person who is joining around May or June. So are they going to start from the beginning, or are they going to get it from June onwards? That is the first question. And then when it comes, okay. So I'll ask the second question much after this.
Okay, okay. So we are going to. For your question, sir. If, the books will be same at the. We are going to release the books like monthly basis. So if someone joined January and someone joined May, he or she going to miss the initial part. Initial book sets. But we can differentiate the augmented reality books like with some in Sri Lanka there are some. In April we have Aurudu. In May we have Vesak. Likewise, with those stuff we can we can tap the market using that using that concepts. Like we are going to use such a way, but yes, it will be on monthly basis. So when it comes to May, he or she going to miss the first set of books. But we are apart from the I would personally like to release those books after the initial release. When it comes to May, I would like to release the book of the April, and when it comes to the April, I'm going to release publicly a book of the March. So yes, he definitely can buy the book separately, but in this model, he will get only the book which allocated to this month. Apart from that, we are apart from the book side, we are going to get some the feedback from the children through our website. So we are currently requested the akuru.lk website from ICTA Sri Lanka, and yes, it's on the pipeline. And whenever we get the the approval, we are going to create and get the all the. So according to the feedbacks, we are going our mystery items like chocolates. There are some toys and so on. So using that items, we are going to catch the children market, and at the same time they can learn with our book application likewise.
Hi,
Hansa, I think you're on mute.
Indrajit, this is Karinda.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Indrajit, I want to know that as you clearly mentioned, there are three parts in your model. The first one is your company, and your audience is the children and the parents. Do you have
yes,
parent monitoring kind of a feature within your app where the parent can monitor what their kids are doing with this app?
Yes, sir. Initially our application is really simple. It has very minimal buttons and very minimal settings and so on, because it's going to use children at the end of the day. But actually, it's very good question, and we are going. In even Hapan, I have personally downloaded the application developed by Basha and tried with that. In that application, parents can monitor their children. So we are going to give that ability in our website, not in the application. So we are going to really simple. We are going to make the application really simple. And in the website, we are going to, like using, by making it distributed system, we can, map those two together. So in the website, in future, definitely we can, we are going to implement that feature. So in the current moment, we don't have that that feature with us.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hansika?
In a world which is changing rapidly, the change is inevitable. And the people who opt for change are the real survivors, they are the real challenge takers. That's where I feel like in the field of education, where the system was changing from the piece of chalk and slate to augmented reality today, like how the augmented reality would be used to improve the motor function and cognitive abilities of early childhood education would be implemented via a system like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we had Akuru from NSBM Green University as our first contestant. Next, we'll see how the competition would be when we have University of Moratuwa from representing Team Aquasive.
I think you couldn't hear it, right?
Yes, but
I think you couldn't hear it, right?
Hello everyone, we are Team Accessive from University of Moratuwa. To begin with, let me ask you a small question. How many of you have seen places like this, where floating waste such as polythene, plastic, organic and inorganic waste floating on surface, creating huge number of environmental hazards? So we thought of conducting a little survey. From the results of our survey, we noticed that over 90% of the people have witnessed this kind of an environment at least once in their lifetime. So judging by those results, we think it's a common experience. So we see these kinds of environments every day in our life, when we go home from work, when we are going on a trip, and in many various other occasions. So just think what we did to help environment to win this battle against pollution in those times. Even though you have thought of doing something, the things you could do to help the environment are very limited as individual citizens. Even though local environmental bodies try to continuously remove this garbage, this floating waste from these water sources, they also doesn't have a proper system to continuously remove floating waste on these waterways. So what we can see is environment is losing the battle with pollution. This water pollution has created so many environmental problems. Lots of aquatic species have become extinct and some have become endangered because of this pollution. And microplastic particles from degrading plastic joining these water resources have posed a great threat to both human and animal lives. But don't worry, we can turn the tables around. So when we were thinking as a responsible youth, what we can do to help environment win this battle. Then this idea came across to our minds. If we can put garbage bins on land to collect garbage, then why can't we do the same on water? That led the way to develop Project Aquasieve. Aquasieve is a bin-like device with a specially designed polymer cash bag with micro-level sieves in it. So using a powerful submersible water pump, this can pump in water from a water source. Then this pumped water flows through the sieve. When that water pumps through the sieve, floating waste remains inside the cash bag. Then the filtered water can re-enter the water stream through a valve located at the bottom of the bin. Apart from filtering out floating waste, our device has many other key features. First of all, using a specially designed user-friendly web portal, the users can monitor the filling status and the function status of the bin. Also, using a pH sensor, users can monitor the water quality. Also, using a GPS module, users can view their bin location all the time. Apart from that, there's a camera module which streams the live video feed of the bin to our system. Then, using a specially trained machine learning module, we can identify and classify different types of garbage collected by the bin. Here, we have compared our device with some existing similar type devices in the market. And as you can see, our device has many more features and is far more cost accurate than the existing devices. Our main customers will be local government bodies such as Pradesh Sabhas and Nagro Sabhas. With them, we can work with them to develop a system where we can involve individual citizens in this country in this project. So we can assign each individual with a bin and give them the responsibility to clean the cash bag when it is filled. Also, the speciality of this device is that local government bodies can, using the machine learning module, can take the data of what types of garbage collects in streams more, and they can take necessary actions to prevent that type of garbage entering that water stream. So we estimate the cost of a single bin to be around $130. So our revenue streams will be from selling the bin, maintaining the bins, and by selling the machine learning garbage classification module. Now let's move on to our project demonstration. This is our device. This is Aquasieve. And this is the specially designed polymer cash bag that we mentioned. And we can adjust the height of the bin according to the water level using this railing. And inside this bin, there's a powerful submersible water pump, which we use to pump in water and filter it. Then, using this valve located in the bottom of the bin, we can pump out the filtered water back to the stream. And this is the part where all the electronic modules and electrical modules of this device contains. And here, using 3 sonar sensor modules, we can detect the filling status of the bin. As you can see, those sensor modules trigger when an object comes in contact with those devices. And if those 3 sensors are triggered for a time period more than 1 minute, system automatically sends a message to the person who is in charge of this bin that the bin is filled and come and please clean the cash bag of the bin. Then this is the camera module that we uses to send the live feed of the bin to the machine learning module, which classified garbage. And since we expected that this is the PCB that we printed out, and used for device. And since we expected that there will be no water source that we can test this device live, we tested this in the Lunuvilla Lake and recorded the video of this device performing in an aquatic environment. So these are the pictures taken before the installation. This is a graphical representation of how the bin works. The bin pumps in water with floating waste, and floating waste is retained by the catch bag, and the excess water is pumped out back to the stream. This is how the bin works. Okay, now let's move on to the software part of our project. So this is the user interactive dashboard that we mentioned, and through this dashboard, the users can monitor the filling status and function status of the bin. And there's this option called Bin Manager, which local environmental bodies can monitor the bin network, and then each individual person who is responsible for a bin can go to the bin profile option and monitor the status of the bin. Also, the live video feed of the bin is also there, and you can see it's working perfectly. And through here, users can view the location of their bin, and this is the garbage classification, the output from the machine learning module. These are represented from the here are the data that we gathered when we were testing this device at Lunuvilla Lake. So after that, through this map, the local environmental bodies can view where every bin is located, and as you can see, now it's mentioned that the bin is here at the SLD Training Center, Valisara. And here is the machine learning module. When an object comes in contact with the camera, the machine learning module can correctly identify and generate a tag identifying which object it is. And now it's mentioned it is a paper. So our goal is to present our future generation with a sustainable and pure environment for them. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mario Pereira from Team Accuracy, and you are welcome to ask any questions regarding our project.
Thanks, Mario. Judge panel, please proceed.
Hi, Mario. I'm Dominder. So, apart from the place you have tested this device, have you tested this in any other place? I mean, in any other live environment?
We conducted several tests using Lunuvilla Lake, which is located near Venkampu as a source. So we collected a lot of data to verify the accuracy of our machine learning module as well. Yeah, but we couldn't run any test because of this situation elsewhere.
Right. So my second question is, it was not clear to me how the water is sucked into this bin and how you are pushing out the fresh water. Is there a mechanical way of doing that, or how you are doing it in this system?
So the bin contains a powerful submersible pump, which is powered by electricity. So
right.
it constantly pumps in water inside the bag, and using a valve located at the bottom of the bin, it can pump out the filtered out water.
Okay, great. So my last question is, so you are going to charge from the end customer, I mean, not from any authority, you are going to charge from the end customer who is owning this, right? That's your business model.
No, sir. Like our main customers will be local environmental bodies such as local government bodies such as Pradesh Sabhas and urban council. So through them, we will work on a model where we can involve individual citizens in this project by assigning each one of them with a bin. So their main responsibility is to clean the catch bag when it's filled. So they will be rewarded by those local government bodies using the money they can collect by selling the garbage collected to recycling stations and those sorts of industries.
Okay, it was not clear in your presentation, that's why I raised that. Okay, thanks.
Okay, I'm Ranjan. Actually, I have a couple of questions. So, guys, how you are going to give a power to this?
Our team is really passionate about the environmental sustainability. So we are expecting to connect the solar panel to generate energy that is needed to operate the pump and other electrical things.
Right. So, if it is electrical device, maybe you have to go with the generator or whatever power bank. So, that because go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, there will be a battery as well located in the team. So the battery is charged using the solar energy generated by solar cells located in the top part of the team.
Okay, actually, this is a great project. Actually, so you can do so many improvement on this. Actually, do you have any future idea to give a map? In the, let's say, if it is a lake, or you can apply different areas. So seems like it is just a floating device, right? So do you have any plan to give a control by maybe manually automated things in the future? So then we can clear whole lake rather than stay in one point.
Yes, sir. Through our web portal, local environment bodies will be able to monitor the functional and status of all the things in the network. And they can also monitor the different types of garbage that are getting filled to these bins and take necessary action to prevent those types of garbage from entering those water sources.
That means, can you control that device? I mean, you can navigate it.
No, sir. Actually, it is a stationary device. We have to think that a pier or something which is located near a bank.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's good to improve that side in the future. So then you can clear whole lake or whatever place. And also, yeah. So when it's filled by whatever garbage, how we can remove that? Do you want to manually remove it?
So the hatchback is detachable from the bin. So when the bin is filled, the filling status of the bin is monitored through IR sensor, and a message is sent to the assignee of the bin that is filled. So he has to come and manually remove all the garbage that is inside the hatchback. Estimate the time to fill the bag depending on the volume to be around 8 hours. So from once every 8 hours, we expect the assignee has to come and clean the cash bag.
All right. So actually, since you have so many electronic devices, do you have any method to have waterproof methods? You follow the
Yes. Sam, Praveen Silva. I'm from the same team. So we have waterproof all the circular devices. So for an example, you can see the PCB. I think it's designed by JLC, so it's dust proof as well as waterproof. So we have used some kind of wax to ensure the waterproof and dust proof ability. Yes, sir. That's it.
All right. Okay. So congratulations, guys. So wish you all the best to success in the future. This project. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions from judges?
Yeah, this is Harinder.
Good evening.
I have the same like question, Raveen. Anyway, at the end of the day, this will be maintained by a labor, right? So they want to remove the garbage and fix that whatever the net you have mentioned there. So if you grade from 1 to 5, which number you give for industrial robustness of your product, whether it's ready for the industry real environment.
So since we are involving individual citizens in the society, there's no need to get laborers to operate these bins. So all the data, its functional status, filling status, all things can be monitored remotely using our web portal as well as the mobile app.
So basically, this is an open system. Anyone can weave the data, so there will be no laborers, no administrators, such things. So if someone clear out a bin, they can get a reward from the government or private society. So they can get a reward for cleaning out the bin. So in that way we can create a job market among the citizens. So also we can motivate the people to clean the environment.
Yeah, in that case it will be more complex, right? Let's say now you want to educate general public about how to clean your bin, right? Otherwise it will be damaged, right? So in that case,
For
what
that
I'm
we
asking,
will be doing a marketing campaign, so in social media or something like that, social media, YouTube. So we will be doing a marketing campaign, so everyone will be educated for this.
right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, this is Hamza. I have one question again. So, how are we going to distribute these bins across? You said the collectors would be the public crowd. So, how the authorities are going to distribute? Have you thought through that?
So, since it's only at the development stage, we haven't discussed with local government bodies, but we are planning on a mechanism where local government bodies can directly purchase those beans from us, and they can install the beans where they strategically think it is necessary. The pollution is much higher, so they can install those beans by themselves, and after installing, they will assign any concerned citizens about the environment to clean these cash bags.
Right. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Hansika, you can proceed.
Yeah, few more clarifications. So can you apply this idea for the seed water, the future?
Can you repeat the question?
So can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So can you apply this for the seaside? Actually, I mean seawater.
This is currently suitable for a water source where the water flow is stagnant. So water is not moving. But like the motivation behind developing this report, Sri Lanka became the largest ocean polluter using plastic and polythene in 2019. We have done some research and found out that most of these polythene and plastic points are seized in areas like marinas, harbors, fishing harbors, boatyards, like this. Our water is still and stagnant. We can install these bins in that area and also carve out pollution caused because of plastic and polythene.
Okay. That means at the moment you are collecting the garbage on the surface of the water, right? Not deep down.
Yes.
No.
It's collecting the floating waste.
Okay.
Okay, before concluding, actually, let me ask one more thing, the last thing. So as Ravin also mentioned, I think you have think of the concept, you have really I think of really good thing at the moment, which is impacting the environment, and you have developed a great product here. But I also think, as Ravin also mentioned, you have to seriously think of BAU, how you are proceed with this product when it is go to live, and how you are going to implement, how you are going to manage it, how you are going to in simple words BAU, like business as usual. So otherwise you will be facing some challenges there. So I want you to think of that, rethink of that, and come up with it. So we also would like to see this in action, and I wish you all the very best.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Hansika, please.
Have you ever heard of the days where the moths were white and the Great Barrier Reef was alive, and also the satellite images were full of greenery? That's where the environment was having the least human intervention. But imagine of the days where there would be a coexistence of human-made technology and environment. I see. Team Aquasave would be there definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed Team Aquasave from University of Moritual. Hackbit 2020, the virtual national hackathon, organized by the STEMUp Educational Foundation, powered by Sri Lanka Telecom Mobitel and Commercial Bank of Sri Lanka. Joining us today as our panel of judges, we have Mr. Duminder Prasad, Head of Cloud and Data Creative Software, and Mr. Ranjan Kulatunga, Senior Design Engineer Embedded Systems from Zone 24/7, Mr. Hansa Pereira, Assistant Vice President, Digital Innovation, SoftLogic Live, and Mr. Ravi Parindukesari, DGM, SME Product Development from Sri Lanka Telecom Mobitel. Moving next to our next team from Eastern University of Sri Lanka, Trincomalee Campus, Team Edit.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Joe Chawansala from Team Eclipse. We are representing Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology. My fellow teammates are Charlie Tilak and Randy Lanka. So before diving into the solution, I would like to show what is epilepsy. Epilepsy is a common neurological disease which happens due to malfunctions or some malfunctions of some neurons in the brain. furthermore, I would like to show a video to get a better understanding about what is epileptic seizures.
Hello, I'm Ramsey. So at the moment, I have 14 seizures in the 24-hour period. There used to be 16, 17, so we're coming down.
So next, the most important part, our solution. So our solution is named as Epileps. It is a smart wearable device which is capable to detect abnormal ECG pattern, which can be a cause to epileptic seizure and protect the end users from head injuries. We are using a mechanism to indicate a inbuilt airbag. So this is an overview of our end product. Then the goal is of creating this solution Epileps. The main goal is preventing users from head injuries, as I explained earlier. Then creating a structured solution will boost the confidence of users with epileptic seizures, because they have fear of going into public because they do not know when they will face a endless situation with those seizures. Then what is the impact we are going to make through this solution? So approximately there are 50 million to 65 million people in the world suffering with epilepsy. Actually, those people are helpless when they face epileptic seizure. And the most, according to these statistics, the most common effect of having a seizure collapsing is having a head injury. So that's why we are going to address through our solution mainly. There are some competitors for our solution, but I have mentioned clearly those solution, those competitive products are only monitoring and alerting the users, but we are going to provide a protection mechanism for the user as a wearable collar. So these are the list of features we are going to provide through our solution. Continuous ECG reading and identifying epileptic seizure situations to abnormal ECG patterns. Then this is a real-time product, and we are going to provide SMS alert facility when the user is collapsed. Then GPS tracking and data sharing for further research and monitoring for medical research. So these are the stakeholders of our application: the patients, confidence of patient, medical doctors, as well as healthcare services. This is the cost of our prototype. Since during this pandemic situation, we were not able to find CO2 cartridges and EEG sensors. We used alternatives. That's why we moved on to using an ECG monitoring system with some research based frequencies. This is the journey so far. This is how we created our prototype. We added some of our images. Then the most important part, the revenue stream, because we need to get something back through this product. So the direct sales is the main revenue stream, because we are going to sell the end product. Then we are going to run through the advertisement through the mobile application, and when the user remove advertisement, we get another one-time fee. Then a service subscription for the end product, because we are going to provide a subscription mechanism for CO2 cartridges and all the electrodes. Profit estimation. So this is a profit estimation we created for profit per person. We are going to get a per device profit as well as a profit from the advertisement and from the service subscription as well. So this is the marketing strategy we are going to follow. There are organizations initial for elective patients. There are local and international organizations. We are going to market this device to them as well as through the health institutions. Then obviously this is 2021, so we are going to use social media for marketing as well. So that's all for our presentation. I think it's time to move on to the demo. First of all, the mobile application part. As I mentioned earlier, we are maintaining all the data as a seizure journal. It shows how the patient had seizures earlier and how long the CEO he maintained unconscious. Then there is a separate section to update emergency contact, which is the first person to contact in a collapse situation. Then, of course, the live data, we are going to demonstrate this live data when we are dealing with the dummy we have created for our end product. Since we cannot capture ECG signal from the dummy, we are using our colleague to capture the real-time ECG. So this is the ECG pattern received at the real time. As I explained earlier, we cannot capture ECG signal from the dummy. So now we are going to use dummy data to show the mechanism of the airbag. Because we couldn't find the CO2 cartridges this situation, we have alternated the mechanism. Now Randu will send a dummy signal. So this is how the user will protect from head injury. After that, normally after collapsing, the patient will have a jerk continuously. So once if he or she couldn't gain consciousness, we are alerting emergency contact. So now we are going to demonstrate the vibration mechanism. So this will receive real-time data for the vibration data. Once it goes over the defined gauge, emergency contact will receive a message at the same time with the current location and the time. If the vibration stops, another message will receive for the emergency contact as patient has regained consciousness and no need to worry. So that's all for the demonstration. Yes, thank you.
Right. It's time for the Q&A. Panel of judges, please proceed.
Good evening, all. I'm Yureksha from Team Epilepsy. So all my team members are here to clarify your doubts regarding our project. Right, thank you. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you. Who want to go first? Ranjan?
Okay. So, guys, what will be the responsive time when it's trigger something?
It will be an instant signal because all the modules reside inside the collar, so it will be triggered instantly once the ECG pattern matches the previous defined pattern. Yeah.
When it's trigger, what will be the responsive time to act on that actuator?
Actually, we use some CO2 cartridge. That CO2 cartridge is compressed, compressed CO2 air. Within few milliseconds, it will inflate the airbag, just like airbags in our vehicle.
Yeah. That means that source is compressed air, right?
Yeah, CO2
Okay.
cartridges consist of CO2 air.
And using this one, you are going to cover only backside of the head, not all 360 area, right?
No, basically, normally patient will fall to backward because of the gravitational of the human body, and also even in the motorcycle we are cover on the backside of our human end because the most sensitive areas in, are in the backside of our head.
Okay, okay. When it's fully charged, how long you can use this device? You need calculate.
Actually, we are going to use some rechargeable battery pack. So normally we can use. I think we can use as 1 week because it will only functioning when ECG signal occurs.
What's the weight of this whole unit?
Actually, we haven't waited that. Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions from judges? Duminder?
Yeah, Prabhat.
This is
Yeah, Hans, go ahead. I will take next.
oh, thanks. So my question is, have you looked into some other products that are there like this? And then what is your difference, uniqueness of it? The second question would be, can a person get that ECG or the relevant details from any other wearable rather than from your device? And then only your device is needed only for the safety? Does it work like that? Those are the two questions from my end.
For the first question, the competitive devices right on the market provide only the monitoring and alerting. So in the our product, we are going to provide a safety mechanism for avoid head injury, and the monitoring part will be an addition for when comparing the other products. For your second question, we are hoping to extend our development process to use ECG capturing devices right on the market, like smartwatches, to trigger our product, because it will reduce our device cost. So we are hoping to do some research on that too. Yeah.
All right, this is a cool idea, guys. So appreciate it. I think there is something called Neuron app. I hope you guys have a look into it to increase or enhance the capabilities of your product. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Hello, team. Yeah, this is a really cool idea. And first of all, I wish you all the very best to take this to the market. And I have one thing to clarify. So, do you have any plan to improve? The ergonomics and the make that wearable to use for everyone who is facing with this problem? Or at the moment, you are planning only the people who are very frequently into this trouble and those who have maybe on treatments at home or in hospital?
No, we are hoping to make this wearable at any place because we are going to boost the confidence level and make it unnoticeable as much as possible to wear it at public. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I also want to clarify. So you're working on that, right? That's in the roadmap.
Tarindra, do you have any questions?
No problem.
All right, thank you. Okay.
Epilepsy being a fairly common neurological disorder or else a chronic disaster among the people, about 65 million around the world, is not having any proper cure, but instead it could be managed with the strategies and maybe medication. That's where I find epilepsy would be definitely beneficial in one way. Ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed the pitching by Team Epilept from Sri Lanka Institute of Information and Technology. Next, we have Team Edit from Trincomalee campus of Eastern University of Sri Lanka. Team Edit.
Hi guys, we are Team Edit from Trincomalee campus. I'm Nimashi and other members are Nirodha and Akila. Today we are introducing a mobile app, Divisaviya Gamede Gamata. Through this app, we can buy best things from the nearest place. As a habit, I'm growing vegetables in my home garden. At that time, I can earn and I can get more than my consumption. And also, some of the people in my area face trouble to find the vegetables because we can't go to the market and buy these days now. Therefore, we found a solution to achieve both requirements. Through this app, I can sell and they can buy. And it helps to increase entrepreneurs in the village. We can provide a source of income to them and we can reduce the unemployed and they can start what they have and provide the services and they can, from that, we can create digital market locally. And because of the pandemic situation, most of the people are motivated to cultivate. Through this app, we can continue this concept also. And as a village, we can self-sufficient on its own and improve sustainability. And we are planning to conduct awareness programs through the Grama Niradhari to introduce this app to the public as well as publishing advertisements. And we are introduced this app as a non-profitable app to government, and we plan at local let's do this app and get some earn. And from that, we assume we can reduce percentage who are depending on Samurdhi. It saves the government money, and because of that, we can increase per capita income, and it affects to the Sri Lankan economy. However, our main profit is your healthy life. Now let's see what are the impact of the this product.
වසවිස නැති දෙයක් මිලදී ගන්න අපිට පුළුවන්. අපි ඉතින් මොනවා හරි දෙයක් හැදුනහම ඒක හදාගන්න අපිට කෙනෙක් ඉන්නන්නත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් ගැළපෙන කෙනෙක් අපිට කොන්ටැක්ට් කරගන්නත් පුළුවන්.
මම බේබස් කෙනෙක්. මම බයික් වල වහලවල වැඩ ඒ වගේම පොඩි පොඩි වැඩ ගොඩක් කරනවා. දැන් වැඩක් හොයන්න බෑ. වැඩ හොයාගන්න අමාරුයි. ඒ අවුලක් නැහැ. මොකද ෆෝන් එකේ තියෙන නිසා මම කරන්න මට පුළුවන් වැඩ මට ෆෝන් එකට දාන්න පුළුවන්. අනික සිංහලුත් කියන නිසා ගොඩක් ලේසි. ශ්‍රී ලංකාව කියන්නේ කෘෂිකාර්මික රටක්. මේ රට ඇතුලේ ඕනම දෙයක් හොයා ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් රටේ වාතාවරණය මොනවා හිතුවත් සුදුයි පැරෙනවා. නමුත් ප්‍රශ්නේ ඉන්නේ අපේ මිනිස්සු වගා කරන්නේ. සා වගා කරන්නේ කලින් කරන්නේ කියන්නේ. ඒ වගේම නවීන තාක්ෂණය පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ වගා කරන එකට කුසලතාව පාවිච්චි කරනවා. නමුත් දැන් මේ අපේ හරහා කියන වාසිය තමයි ගොවියන්ට මේ නව කුසලතාවය කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා දෙන්න පුළුවන් තමයි. අල්පේ වගා කරන්න පුළුවන්. නවීන තාක්ෂණය පාවිච්චි කරලා. සා වගා කරන්නේ හරියට ගන්න පාස්වර්ඩ් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි දැක්ක දැන් පහුගිය දවස්වල රටල් කායිකයක් තිබ්බනේ. දැන් කායිකයේ තිබුණා යුසෙජ් අපි ගන්න කායි කරන්න බෑ කියලා. ඔව් කායිකය ඇතුළත් එක්ක මොනස කායිකය වුණා. ඒක ඉතෝපේක ඒ ඉවල්වලින් වලට අරින්න දෙන හැකියාවක් තිබ්බා. ඒක හැදේ ලංකාවේ ඕන දෙයක් කියවන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකට අවශ්‍ය පාරිශුද්ධ ප්‍රශ්න ඕනතරම් ලංකාවේ තියෙනවා. මේ ඇක්ෂන් හරහා ලොකු දවක් වෙනවා. බදාතෙන්දී අලෙවි කරගන්න. සා නවීන තාක්ෂණය වලින් පාවිච්චි කරන්න. ඉතින් මම දකින්නේ මේ ඇප් එකක් කරා ගොඩම දැනුවත් කරන්නේ. වීඩියෝ වලින් යනවා දැනුවත් කරන්නේ. අනාගත ඉස්සරහට හොඳ ආවෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් මේ ඇප් එක අපි ජනතාවට ලොකු පාසලක් වෙනවා. එයාලගේ කෘෂිකාර්මික නිෂ්පාදනය ඇති කරන්න. සාධිත නිෂ්පාදනය අලෙවි කරගන්න මේ පොත් පිටවලක් වෙන්නේ මම විශ්වාස කරනවා.
Now you can see this product is essential product for our day-to-day life. Now let's see our product.
Actually, in the pandemic situation, I stay at home, and also I have knowledge about computer repairing. And let's see how I add my service to share my knowledge. Firstly, click my shop, and then services. Now add me. Now I can add my post. Service, add service.
So now I want someone to make my computer okay. So I want to someone to repair my computer. So let's see how we can search a service. Here in main menu we can go to Explorer. In Explorer it shows our location and what are the products and what are the services. So here the products in now our village have. As our earlier pre-pitch presentation, our judges give a feedback to give organic products to show. So we choose green color to show the organic products. And now we see in here there are some services. So that is the service my friend added here. Now I can contact him, or I can get his direction and go and get his service. So likewise, we can search, and also we can add services and products with this app. In my shop, we can add products like this. Here I add some vegetable. Here I select a vegetable category as a vegetable, and I select this time is as non-organic, and I choose the price and quantity and product available. Remark is good. Then I add my product. So now my product is added. Now by using Explorer, we can see my product is added. Now also we can edit my product like this. Earlier I added this as non-organic, and I make it as organic. So now let's see, my product is showing as in green color. Also we can delete a product. Likewise, we can add, edit, and all our services and products. The best thing is, if you want something, you can request via this app. These are some requests from other users. If you can fulfill that, you can fulfill this request by checking what are the description of that request and contact him and go to contact him. That also, you can add some requests. As example, I want a painter for paint my house. So I select it, painter and description, house painting. Like that, I can add a request. So here my request is added and I can edit and I can delete it. So likewise, we can use this app to buy and sell and also request our products and our services. Let's see what are the another things this app have. We like to say we build a complete product to achieve our concept.
At the first installment, you allow to change language and have some tips to use this app. If you already registered, then you can easily log in by using telephone number and password. Or you can register here. Using profile view, you allow to change your details. Change your app language and log out. Explorer will help you to find products and services. Red color shows products, blue color shows services, and green color shows where you are. No need to worry, auto-completing search box will help you to search. You are not getting lost anywhere. By clicking location button, easily you can find your location. By clicking products and services, you can see all the information about product and the seller. And also, you can get a call and reach a location. You can easily search all products and services category-wise. Guide menu will guide you. It provides latest information, tutorial and guidance videos, and also articles to improve your knowledge. Using app, you can contact resource person, view price lists, view some static details, and common Q&As.
Best thing from the nearest place, extra income, start at zero, become an entrepreneur, and increase per capita income, healthy life, self-sufficient villages. It is Divisaviya Gamede Gamata.
All right, it's time for Q&A.
Hi, this is Tarinder. First of all, it's a good concept, and I have few operational questions. The first one is whether you have integrated logistic part in this platform or that. Let's say I want to buy some bitter gourd from you, so how you can deliver it to me?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not getting your question. His sound is
Yeah, I'll repeat. Now clear? Is clear my voice?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm asking, within this app, have you covered logistic part as well? If I buy bitter gourd from you, how do you deliver it to me? Do you have a mechanism within this app, or you don't have? Hello.
Ravin, maybe if you can rephrase the question. Yeah.
Sorry, Prabhat.
No, I mean, if you can just rephrase the question if Nirodi is not getting it.
Yeah, I'm asking that WAP is very good, but I have few question relating to that operating. We are going to operate itself. First thing is that logistic will matter, right? So you think about that part, or do you have a mechanism for that already?
So app will not allow to app will not provide delivery service, but someone can get that chance, that opportunity as a service. So if I have to something get some others, I can get some request to I have something to buy. Someone please deliver this option, this products for me. I can get a request. So someone can uh, see that request and someone can fulfill that. So that has opportunity for delivers. Also, if you have a bike and you are now free, you can search is there any opportunities for delivering in my village, then I can get that delivery chance.
And the second question is whether this is online payment system you are going to integrate, or is it cash on delivery?
On cash on delivery, sir, because of our we research and it according to that researchers statistics, make online purchase is in Sri Lanka is used 6.2 percentage, but we use this product for all the Sri Lankan villages. So most of them have not online banking or credit card things. So this is going on cash on delivery, cash on payment system, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Actually, this is great project, and you guys have done great development as well. Nothing to say about that. And by the way, how we are going to make a money? I mean, about business model.
Yeah. Dimashi?
Sorry, can't hear you. Can you speak a bit loud?
Actually, sir, we can will provide the concept to the government, and we can make money using local app.
All right.
Can you hear? So I will answer the question, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So mainly, sir, we propose this system for the government. This is going to the profit going to the government. So we can use local ads for make money, earn some profit, and also the main benefit is this app reduce the money that government is spent for some of the other families. So it makes a lot of the millions of rupees for say for government. So that is the main benefit, and also the other benefits are the healthy lifestyle. That's are the main benefits. So you can use local ads to make some profit, and also the main profit is it reduce the government spending money for some of the other, because the per capita income is going to high using this app.
All right. Have you find any competitive operators.
Okay, sir. We have not a competition like it, but there are some apps to sell some vegetables and fruits like Govipala, and delivery have some Kapruka and like that, and also some online shopping apps Daras like that. But this is this is unique concept to show your nearby products and services. Only the villages with the now your village products and services only you can see like that. This is a unique product. No any product like that in Sri Lanka not established. And we start this concept with the with only the surface with vegetables and fruits that we are planting in house, but we increase this into the services what we want to in domestic usage and all the things. Now we can cover using this apps. If you want sell a pet or sell a car or anything, you can fulfill this app.
Okay, no. Also, can you give customer feedback when it's happy? Can they add some feedback like putting stars or whatever?
Yes, we can develop to is that, and also we now add some seller rating system. Not developed yet, but then now we can develop these custom feedbacks and rate in the seller.
Okay. Thank you. Good luck.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Hi, this is Hamza. So I have a few questions again. So my first question is, so this is a cool idea, and then let's say like everyone is onboarded onto it. What would be your data strategy? Like lot of data is there. So are you going to provide only the services? Have you thought through anything else that can be done with the collected data? So that is my first question. And then the second question would be, uh, how do so is it only the services aspect you are looking into, or it is kind of uh, some sort of a community kind of scenario, or it is basically a charitable one, uh, or else do you have any plans for commercial to go into commercial level?
Sir, the first question I'm not clear, sir. Can you repeat this, please?
Sure, I'll do that. Hope I'm audible and then clear.
Yes, sir, but the sound is little bit lagging.
Okay, I'll try my best.
No, I think something wrong with your end, Nirod. Maybe if you can just mute yourself when question is being asked, then you can unmute and ask it.
Okay, right. My first question is, so let's say everyone is onboarded because this is a cool idea, and then there are very few competitors you may have. Badafide is one, I think. So my question is, what are you going, what you're going to do with the data that is collected? Because there is a service arm, and then there is the requirement part. So how we are going to use this data on the same aspect? The second question is it totally a charitable or community service, or this do you have any plans to go into commercial level?
At our scenario, sir, this is a community service because that increase the per capita income of the every Sri Lankan. So that's main profit is going to the government. So we hope to collect searching data from users, sir, and then the app can get idea what products and services in this village in this time have so more demand or what the products that are not available in this village by using searching data, collecting searching data. Then we can when the new user come to the app will guide these products and services. What are the more demanded and what are the not available products in this village? Then the user can easily identify their opportunities. Like that, we use that collecting searching data from the users, and also these data in the online database, real-time database. And we hope to use distributed database, because this is going with the village by village. So using the distributed database, it is very easy, and it is very easy to manage, and we get a quick response from databases. Like that, we can do it, and we hope to use some cost-effective online database like AWS, MongoDB, like that. In this time, we use only the Firebase Cloud store database. But by increasing users, it's not cost-effective. But we can go to cost-effective database after. To the
I have another question. So, then you say you have a database. You're thinking of going into different types of databases based on the user count and all. That is good. And then definitely you need to architect that. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. So my question is, who owns the data? Is it the government owns the data, or you own the data? And if any other company requests data from you, because you're talking about very rich data set where people demand is there. So what are you going to do with the data, and who owns it? Is it the government or it is you? If it is government, then have you thought through how the privacy mechanism works? If it's owned by you, how the data privacy, have you thought through that?
So we give the product for the government. So data also owned for government. Only the sensitive data of users is the address and the telephone number is the only sensitive data that we want to add it into the system. So all the data is owned by government, and we can use some privacy methods like authentication methods like that, and also database security and encryption method to passing data. Like that, we can secure data from this app. Is this the answer for your question, sir?
Yeah. So better to think about on those lines. But really great idea, and then all the very best. Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, it's a really great idea. All the very best to you all. So I don't have anything to clarify. I think others already asked everything, and everything is clear.
Thank you very much, sir.
Anzika?
Have you ever felt the void of a Sri Lankan-based platform, or maybe an e-commerce site, when you're browsing through the hundreds of e-commerce websites or the platforms, or maybe the apps? I feel that if developed in a correct path and in a correct way, this app, Divisavia by Team Edit, would create a difference among the society. Ladies and gentlemen, as the last contestant for Hackbit 2020 University Level category of the Virtual National Hackathon, we have a Team CUCA from University of Mauritius.
You might be sitting in a place when listening to this. I'd like to pose a question. Are you sitting safe? This is Team Yuka to tackle the hidden challenge behind a prolonged position. European Pressure Advisory Panel counts that 15 minutes of prolonged posture is sufficient enough to develop the bed sore risk. So how about people who are bedridden for days and months? 95% bed sores are preventable. Though they are preventable, there are no mechanisms developed so far to prevent them. If you consider the Sri Lankan context, 23.3% of 3.4 million over 65 years population has the risk of developing the bed sores, and of which 86% cases are noted to be bedridden. The primary causes for the development of bed sores were the absence of auxiliary treatment facilities and the lack of preventive healthcare mechanisms. The Team Yuka brings in an advanced solution where a preventive and smart method is developed to deal bed sore development with auxiliary facilities. If you consider the working principle behind our product, we have two major approaches. We are approaching as a material design as well as using a process detection system. The material that is developed to be used as mats is developed to have few important characteristics like where it has a chance of controlling the moisture, heat, and it prevents the development of microbial growth. Meanwhile, there will be a posture detection system which helps to understand the posture of the particular victim and thereby helping him or her to reposition so it prevents the prolonged posture in the same posture. This is the promising material design brought up by the material design crew from the ProLab scale to laboratory scale, and we have currently developed a surface non-enhanced model where it shows an efficient coverage area of the backside surface for 0.515 meters square. The important structural features of this material is going to be it contains a permanent moisture control coating and the material records for 1 in 120 centimeter in thickness. We have done validation of material design and it shows there is a commentable compatibility with selected interactive materials of the particular material of interest. This is how the posture detection is going to work. The sensor array is assigned with optimum number of sensors, meeting a prominent efficiency. Pressure due to sleeping posture is sensed, and data are transmitted to cloud and processed with a sophisticated machine learning model. The processed data on prolonged posture will alert the caregiver to help to reposition the particular victim. The Qcos smart material is unique because it has the auxiliary treatment facilities on controlling the heat, moisture, and bacterial growth. And it is a preventive healthcare mechanism rather being detective. It shows customizable reposition alerts so the particular victim can be repositioned at regular intervals. In future, we had focusing to develop predictive mechanisms to predict the exact spots in the body where bed sores can be developed. We are targeting 2.5 million people of Sri Lankan elderly, and we have found for those who are attending routine clinics in paralysis and bedridden. The product is new and competing with some promising features like it shows a less moisture absorption and improved heat control, and it is bacteriostatic fixed with auxiliary treatment facilities. The posture monitoring systems of the mat makes it more smart and a preventative mechanism. This is the timeline and future plan of Team Yuka. The primary material development has been finished and now we are in progress with medical validation and the development of secondary technology for posture monitoring. In future, we would like to collaborate with National Medicines Regulatory Authority for medico-legal supports, and for SlimTech for material design support. Meet the QCA Standard Board. The team is diverse, ranging from pure sciences to applied sciences. The QCA is also being guided by Medical Guidance Cell of International Platform. These are our asks from Hackbit Network. Primarily, we would like to give geriatric healthcare expertise guidance where we can figure out the health promotion elements and quality assurance in relevant to the geriatric care services and products that we are targeting. And also we need medical technological expertise to figure out the quality sensor installation and standard guidance.
It's also, of course, due to the lack of attention and the improper medical healthcare in nursing homes. There's a lack of smart, preventative, and auxiliary healthcare facilities in Sri Lanka as well as in the world. Patients are very often left untreated due to ignorance. It's our greatest pleasure to provide those who once cared for us with the best and the highest quality medical care.
Bedsore is a game between life and death. QCA needs to tool more intensive care on bringing very potential solution. The material science team of QCA brings in an advanced solution that's going to be very germal friendly. If you consider bedsore, the major risk factors are due to biological factors, the moisture, heat control, and microorganisms. The material itself brings in all the characteristics to be bacteriostatic, to moisture control, and heat control. In simple, we can say the engineering design of the material is all about to heal and to de-risk all the bedsore biological factors.
We are Team QCA, a group of undergraduates who are passionate in social innovation, coming from different parts of Sri Lanka. Our solution is a smart mat for prevention of bed sores, which focuses on customizable repositioning of the bedridden patient. The system identifies and prevents the patient from lying in one position for a long time by generating alerts on a mobile device. This is implemented with a sophisticated machine learning model. The sensors that have been incorporated in the smart mat ensures partial weight distribution inside that of the whole body. By reducing the number of sensors in the pressure sensor system by 90% compared to the existing posture detection systems and incorporating our sophisticated machine learning model, we are still able to meet the existing posture detection standards. This also ensures the solution is cost effective. 95% of the bed sores are preventable, whereas 86% of the cases are left critical in the elderly patients of Sri Lanka because of the lack of auxiliary and preventative access to Medicare.
The novel material with specific overcoating layers is attached with a layer of pressure sensor array. The sensor array is designed with an optimal number of sensors, meeting a prominent efficiency. The mat resembles a thin, flexible sheet that can be placed over the sleeping surface. When the elderly victim lies over, pressure due to sleeping posture is sensed and data are transmitted to cloud and processed with QCA's sophisticated machine learning algorithm. The lying posture behavior is monitored over the time and caregiver will be notified with an alert relating to reposition the elderly patient. This is entirely a smart preventive healthcare design rather than detective.
Although this solution is targeted mainly for the elderly population, patients of all ages can benefit from this.
As in QCA, we hope to address the need for quality geriatric care among bedridden patients. We also plan to develop and improve our solution by adapting new design techniques in the future. We have planned to focus on the auxiliary medical benefits of the material as well as to make it as an eco-friendly design, because we consider this as a major responsibility of our team. Team QCA envisions quality healthcare for all citizens.
Panel of judges, please proceed with the Q&A.
Yeah, conceptual-wise, it's a great project. Actually, I saw up to now you have designed the material only, right?
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, good evening. Yeah, we have developed the material so far, and we are now building the tech part. Tech part is building on progress.
All right, right. So that means you are going to do that machine learning part through the online, right? So can you do it offline? Because when you, yeah,
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, you are going to do that machine learning part through the online, right?
Yeah,
So collect
because somehow the caregiver mobile has to be connected with the module which is going to monitor the posture. So the alerts has to be sent to the caregiver's mobile through online. So we are going to do the machine learning part online for now. Then we can deploy that particular machine learning model into the caregiver's mobile phone, I mean mobile app, and we can process. We are thinking of processing within the mobile to make it less costly. For now, the processing is done in the cloud.
Okay, since you have so many clients, so then you have to control all the data through your server, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what will happen when customers don't have the internet?
So this is actually that is the second. That is the second trajectory of the project. Maybe when it comes to when everything comes into the mobile, then they can communicate with the module, and the caregiver's phone will be connected through the Bluetooth or a Wi-Fi network. Local Wi-Fi network to make sure they receive the posture detection signals from the module, and the processing will be done in the app, and the decision will be made in the app, and the caregiver will be alerted. So that is the second pass. For now, everything is going to be online.
All right. So using that mat, you can monitor all the things. And do you have any actuators to give some control?
What do you mean? I didn't get you.
Using that arrays, sensors of arrays. You have sensors, so many sensors. So then using that, you can measure all the details. And if you want to give any push to move that patient, do you have any mechanism?
For now, we haven't think about that. For now, it is a prevention mechanism. It's going to be a prevention mechanism. So what is going to happen is, like, if the patient lies in a particular position for a long time, based on that particular person's biometrics, we are going to set a time interval for him and alert the caregiver accordingly. That is the alert the caregiver to reposition the patient. The secondary that I have mentioned in the slide, the secondary thing is actually we are going to in the early stage, we are going to predict that based on the pressure variation over the time, we can predict that at this spot there is a chance of getting a pressure ulcer, and alert that patients to take care of a particular spot, or because once the bed sores are formed, it's hard to treat it. So then in the early stage, if we can identify that, then we can cure that in advance.
Okay, great. The major thing is you found the great material, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Duminder.
Hi.
So, so what's the exact scope of this project within this hackbit? You mean the entire thing, from the material and the that part as well with the machine learning model, or you are providing the machine learning into this particular product as a value addition?
Actually, we are going, it's a single product which is a combination of both. So which delivers the ultimate scope of this product is to tackle the issue of bed sores prevention. So it's going to be a prevention mechanism altogether. So the material also, it's a self-healing material. So it will heal the bed sores as well as it will help to control over the bed sores generating factors. So that is what the material does. The second thing is the machine learning model, which helps to reposition. So because every 15 minutes, according to the study, every 15 minutes we have to adjust our body posture. During the sleep also, our body automatically adjusts the posture in such a way that there is no bed sores, or there is no stress in any of the muscles. So, but when it comes to the elderly or a bedridden patient, it doesn't work like that. So they have to someone has to manually do that for them. So to guide them, the machine learning model will be an act as a guidance to reposition the particular patient by another person. Okay,
right. Yeah, it's clear. So from the material research, development, and the machine learning model development, everything will be done in the by the undergraduates, or some other parties will be involved in there? How that happens?
No one. Because the Sivanijan is from Sivanijan, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. In this project, when you have focus on this one, we have material development part, and the other one is a prediction model, where the position is monitored and that helps to reposition the patients. So material development is I will be handling that one because I'm basically from chemistry and material science background, and here our team is backed up by some others from in overseas that they are working in the ICUs of different parts of the world. So they help us to figure out actually what is happening with the patient. The major cause for the bed sore was the particular patient was lying over the same position for a long time, and the factors that are causing the bed sores, like the heat, moisture, and the bacteria, are not controlled all the time. So that our primary target with the material is this material will help to eliminate those risk factors. So once those factors are eliminated, the environment near the skin of the patient will be controlled. So the development of bed sore is ultimately reduced. So here, the ML model comes here because that's a significant contribution to the cause of bed sore from a prolonged position. So the ML model helps to reposition, at least every 15 minutes. Even normal humans, we have to reposition ourselves every 15 minutes. Otherwise, that develops a signal of getting a bed sore. So primarily, all these things will be designed by us, and we will be hosting the laboratories in Sri Lanka that will help to figure out these mechanisms when it comes to material development or things. But still, we receive some guidelines overseas.
Okay, great. So my last question is, so have you done the testing part of that material already, or that is still in development? To firmly say this is, this can prevent or this can reduce the bed sores to come to that decision?
Yeah, there's two parts. One thing, we have to go for a clinical trial. Basically, yes. In the lab scale, we have shown that it controls the factors that cause bed sores. But thing is, since it's a healthcare product, but this is not invasive. But though it is not invasive, it's a healthcare product. We need to run some clinical trials. So, for the first time, we approached our Northern General Hospital, and they asked us to wait for some time because during the unpredictable situation existing here, they can't allow us, because when we want to clinically trial, especially we want to directly deal with the patients above 60 plus, because this bed sores in Sri Lanka, this is very common, who are bedridden for months, and especially those are in paralysis wards. So those are elders. So at the current pandemic, we are not allowed to deal with them in person. But so yeah, in that case, it takes more time to clinically validate that one. It will take time.
Exactly. That's what I want to get actually about clinical trials. So that is dependent, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions from the panel of judges?
I have one question regarding the machine learning model. So it seems you are, I think, designing or maybe have designed it, even though not yet tried. So would like to know what is your plan on building up the machine learning model? So you have explained the use cases of it, but have you identified maybe the movements or the changes that is going to happen? And what type of architectures that you are going to use on the machine learning aspect?
Yeah. Basically, the machine learning model is the primary machine learning model, which is already built, and there was a secondary machine learning model, which is for the future predictions of the bed sore spots. The primary model is actually it measures the pressure points of the body, because there were around 204 sensors. 204 sensors are arranged in an array. Then that array, particular array is the pressure points in the 204 sensors are received by a neural network, and it is processed, and based on that, it will detect which posture the particular patient is lying on. For now, we are considering only 3 postures: upright, lying to the left, and lying to the right. Because most commonly, people want, the bedridden patients won't lie on a position called face down position. So we consider only these 3 main positions for now. So our model will be model is able to predict that particular postures around with an accuracy of about 90%. So there are some researchers for the ongoing researchers on posture detection, where they use 2048 sensors. We use only 204 sensors to reduce the cost and reach a significant accuracy compared to them. Our model is not the state of the art, but it is performing more than 90% accurate with almost 90% lesser sensors. So we are reducing the cost. We are balancing the cost with the accuracy for now. So our future plan is to predict the bed sore spots, which is a temporal network based on the pressure points, pressure variation at a particular point. Because you may experience, if there is a wound is going to happen in your body, the muscle pressure will be there is a variance. So based on that, if the muscle pressure pattern is similar to the bed sore, then we can identify at this spot there may be a chance to form a bed sore with some probability. So with some probability means there is a 90% chance of forming a bed sore at this position. So you have to consult your doctor regards to this. We can alert the caregiver about this. So that's how it works. And the machine learning model is already built, and it's performing with 90%, more than 90% accuracy.
Okay, thanks. This is a cool idea. Thanks. Just out of curiosity, what I'm asking is, so definitely to identify the bed, so you need to have the hotspots and then the heat map, everything that is totally understood. Don't you think to identify the posture of the patient, use of a camera would be much more simplified than using those 24
Exactly.
240?
Yeah, exactly. That was a nice question. But the people have some privacies. So when it comes to bedridden, the privacy matters a lot. So in those cases, to tackle that issue only, we come up with this solution to add some sensors on it in the material in the mat array. So one thing. Second reason is to with the use of camera, you can't predict the future bed sore spots. For that, you have to go in deep with the muscle pressure variations. So as a plan of, we have a very long plan. So I mean, long time plan. So based on that, we are planning to move with this, sensor arrays and stuff. So which is which keeps more privacy, and second thing, which can be used to predict the future bed sore spots in future. So for those two reasons, we are going to move on with this.
Thanks guys. This is a cool idea. All the very best.
Thank you so much.
Hansika, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Prabhat. Being a part of a generation that is marching towards the Industrial 4.0 with ML, machine learning, and IoT, it's always fantastic to see the tools of ML being used everywhere, from defense to healthcare and from healthcare to agriculture, wherever and anywhere. Imagine if Aladdin being given a QCAP, what would happen? With all these monitoring facilities to monitor the beds are causing heat, temperature, heat, microbes and moisture, and also about posture correction with 204 sensors. Fantastic. With that, it marks the end of the university category of Hackathon 2020, organized by the STEMUp Educational Foundation, powered by Sri Lanka Telecom Mobitel and Commercial Bank PLC of Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, we would love to thank STEMUp Educational Foundation for organizing this massive hackathon 2020, the national virtual hackathon for school students and for undergraduates, and also Sri Lanka Telecom Mobitel and Commercial Bank of Sri Lanka PLC for sponsoring the event. And joining us as judges, panel of judges today, Mr. Dumindu Prasad, Head of Cloud and Data Creative Software, Mr. Ranjan Kulutunga, Senior Design Engineer Embedded System from Zone 24/7, Mr. Hans Pereira, Assistant Vice President, Digital Innovations of Logic Life, and Mr. Ravin Tarindupiazeri, DGM SME Product Development from Sri Lanka Telecom Mobitel, for joining us as the panel of judges for the university category today. And last but not least, a heartfelt gratitude goes to all our contestants for your participation, if not for which these all endeavors would go in vain. Looking forward to see you again in the next Hackathon 2021 by STEMUp Educational Foundation. Signing off for today, I'm Hansika Godage from STEMUp Educational Foundation. Have a nice day.
नगना नुम सलेना महामेरसे हदिन हद हदुना हित निवना सत्कारे रविंद्र बेदना दय नगना विश्वासे पेलिन पेल एक्वी हित दकिना लक्मवगे
Commercial Bank, the nation's bank, contributing towards the progress of the country and our success, no matter where we are and what we do.
I'm in control. I'm in control. I'm in control. Keeping
wants for more and more. In control of my life, with the God that gave me on the go. In the rhythm that sets my goals, gets me grooving in control. I'm in control. I'm in control.
.com teen account from Commercial Bank.
My life, my style.
.com I'm in control.
I'm in control.
More speed, more data. Sri Lanka's super fast internet. SLT Fiber offers more data for every fiber connection. Stay connected with SLT Fiber. Only from the best. SLT Mobitel. Amazing data offers for online learning and online working. 30 GB for just 195 and 100 GB for Rs 490. Work from home and homeschooling made easy with Sri Lanka's best internet connection. SLT Mobitel.